This is AUB's Innovation Park on Virgin Radio. On today's show, we have an amazing guest. It's Dr. Yousif Asfour, the Chief Innovation and Transformation Officer of AUB. He has more than 30 years of experience as an entrepreneur himself, leading the tech side of some major companies around the world. And he recently launched a new book called From Geek to Lead, a Techies Guide to Leadership. So Dr. Asfour, welcome to the studio.
It's great to be here.
It's great to have you. So what motivated you to actually, so you were behind iPark, you were behind AUB's Innovation Park, right? So what motivated AUB to actually take this step?
iPark started about a year before I joined iPark. And the idea of iPark was AUB has always been interested in entrepreneurship, in developing people. And we wanted to go beyond just getting people to get new jobs. We wanted to get people also to create jobs. And so part of developing the economy, part of developing the community is actually also developing entrepreneurship and helping people to not just learn so that they have skills that they can get a job, but also so that they can innovate, create new businesses, create new economy, and create new jobs.
It's amazing. And over the last couple of years, I think iPark has been doing an amazing job. So what are the things that you feel like you're most proud of from the achievements that AUB has been able to do?
First of all, I'm very proud of the team. The team is very small and they hit much bigger than their size. The expression is, I forgot the expression.
Well, let's think about the expression and we're going to be back after these songs. We're on Virgin Radio with AUB's Innovation Park. Dr. Asfour, before the break, we were talking about how proud you were about iPark's team because we were able to achieve amazing things over the last couple of years, and there was an expression that we wanted to share with our audience.
Yeah, the expression is punching above their weight. It refers to basically boxers who are lightweight that can knock out much bigger boxers. And the team at AUB iPark has been amazing. I'm very proud of that. I'm also very proud about the accomplishments that this team has accomplished. Over the past 5 years, which is what iPark is, we've had 5 cohorts. Out of those 5 cohorts, we've graduated 40 plus startups, half of which are still in business, and about 20% of them are still making money or raise investments. If you compare that to much bigger incubators and much bigger accelerators, this is an amazing record. So I'm very proud of the record, I'm very proud of the results, and most importantly, I'm very proud of the team.
I think my favorite part about AUB's Innovation Park, because as an entrepreneur, what really helped me was getting exposure to international markets. And I think what AUB does really well is that we allow our startups to be able to travel the world and to meet the best investors, the best innovators, to help them grow from a local company to a global impact company while maintaining an operational base in Lebanon and being able to hire more, recruit more, but be able to bring that opportunity of what a Silicon Valley company usually has and bring it to our country and offer it to the economy. So I think the internationalization that we offer is one of the most unique elements that we have. So Dr. Asfour, speaking of success and how companies are growing, I think leadership plays a big role, and especially when it comes to tech leadership, right? Because a lot of tech leaders came from maybe more computer science background where their entire life they were more coding and now they have to step into a leadership role. So what is your experience with that? Why did you decide to launch this book?
Well, the reason we launched this book is because throughout my experience, I learned very quickly that tech people, and in fact, not just tech people, most people are focused on their area of expertise, focus really on the product, focus really on the technology, focus really on what they do, but they forget the most important part, which is all the things that go around that to make a successful company. Like I used to say, plans don't do anything, budgets don't do anything, it's people who do everything. And so what we really need to do is, if you want to become an entrepreneur, other than being focused on the product, you also have to focus on the people around you so that you can scale and get them to get things done.
I think there's so much we can say about the people, and I would love to explore that after these songs, but what's your favorite song?
My favorite song is, it might be a little old, but I would say I Hope You Dance by, I forgot her name. Yeah.
Well, Lara's amazing at researching, we're going to play, what is her name?
Leanne Womack, I Hope You Dance.
So we were talking mostly about entrepreneurship and leadership, and how all of that has to do with people, right? So companies succeed not because of the plan, not because of the strategy, but how good the people are. And that's where your book, From Geek to Lead, a Techies Guide to Leadership, comes in. So what are the main takeaways from the book? We still want people to buy the book, but what are the main takeaways?
Thanks for the plug. The answer is there are many takeaways, but fundamentally, I would say if I wanted to pick something to talk about, that would be communication. Learning how to communicate with people properly, and the other one is about being genuine. As a leader, you need to be yourself. It's not about imitating good leaders, just be yourself, but be honest, be transparent, and make sure that you have all the tough conversations that you have to have honest conversations in order to, one, convey the message, and two, also to make sure that people trust you. I think a leader's role is really focused on two things in my mind. It's about the mission and it's about the people. Your job as a leader is to make sure everybody understands what this mission of your startup is. What is it you're trying to accomplish? Make sure everybody understands that. And then make sure that your people have the tools, have the skills, and have the understanding of what they need to do so that they can actually get it done. Then you can relax, sit down, and drink a coffee.
That is amazing. We do love a very good coffee. And I think that was perfect. There's nothing that I can add. And I do believe that tough conversations are very important. And they're usually the thing that we don't want to do, and we keep on procrastinating as much as possible. So stay tuned after these songs, because I would like to dive a bit deeper on maybe some strategies or some ways to get through these tough conversations. This is Virgin Radio with AB's Innovation Park. Dr. Asfour, before the break, we were talking about tough conversations and in leadership roles. So what are some of the strategies? How can you get through a tough conversation?
The first thing I do is prepare. Think about exactly what the issue is. What is it you want to achieve? Think about it clearly. And I personally write things down just to make sure that it's clear. Your choice of words is very important because you want to be very clear and leave no ambiguity in what you're having. You also want to be honest and transparent, and make sure that the conversation stays focused. Many times when you're having a tough conversation with someone, that someone might try to deflect it. And what you want to do is stay focused on the objective of the conversation, be very clear with your choice of words, and most importantly, prepare and be honest.
And how much time do you usually give it? So let's say something happens, you're very upset about it, you don't think this is working. How much time do you leave between you deciding that this needs to happen, this conversation needs to happen, and actually having that conversation?
The short answer is you need to have it as quickly as possible. The trick is, though, to do it when you're calm, not when you're emotional. So the trick is calm yourself down and then have it immediately. The longer you wait, the less relevant it becomes. And the less relevant it becomes, less impactful in what you're trying to achieve. So do it as quickly as possible. If an incident happens, if there's an issue, face it as quickly as possible. But make sure that you're being rational. Make sure that you've thought about what you want to talk about, and make sure that you're focused.
Yeah, our policy is that if I'm angry, I'm not going to have a conversation, right? If something is really pissing me off and I'm being very emotional about it, I'll just walk away, cool down, write it down, come back, have a rational conversation. But it's also so bad to avoid that conversation, because then we build up a lot of resentfulness. And I think Lara wanted to listen to some Taylor Swift, right?
Indeed, I wanted Shake It Off.
So
but that's the only Taylor Swift song I'll accept here.
Where can people find your book, From Geek to Lead, a Techies Guide to Leadership?
Thanks for asking. The book is available in multiple bookstores in Lebanon, particular Virgin, Antoine, and Malik. But you can also find it on our website, www.geektolead.com.
Because I remember when our CTO was traveling, he actually found your book in one of the bookstores, and he took a picture and he sent it to our group. So I think people are recognizing this book and they are enjoying it.
He should have bought it.
I think he did. I actually think he did, because he does focus a lot on his leadership skills, because he's now taking on an even bigger role within the company. So
would love to get the feedback.
I'll make sure he sends it. We'll do a Yelp review. Is that still a thing? Do people still do Yelp reviews?
I don't think so. I don't. I'm not
I saw
sure.
it in a show, Lara, so don't judge me, please. Thank you. And Dr. Asfour, how can people connect with you?
You can find me on LinkedIn, and you can also send me email.
So that's Dr. Yousif Asfour on LinkedIn.
Correct. That's the best way. Or you can send me an email.
Or you can show up to our events.
That's
Check out the entire event calendar. It's on aub.edu.lb/innovation park. And keep in mind, our applications for the next program are closing in less than 10 days. Go to the website, apply. Let's help you turn your idea into a successful business.